All right, welcome back, guys. So last time I was at the track, they said something to me about the seat belts being expired, or I should say expired after their date. So I got to swap these out before I go back to the drag strip. So I ordered another set. Pretty much should be the same set, but this time I went with black. That way I should be able to just stick them on and shouldn't have minimal modifications to need. Damn, these things are only good for 2 years or 3 years. Looks like I'll be replacing back out again next year. So highly recommend don't buy them until you need them. So what I'm gonna do is do one at a time. That way, hopefully, it makes it easy to just swap them out and measure them. So on my mounts, I have eyelets that I just clip into to make it easier for future swapping out. Had to pull this one off because I didn't remember how it went, to be honest with you. I didn't feel like Googling it. It don't have to be perfect because you can adjust it from here. I just didn't want to have more slack than I needed. I hate having all that extra sitting on my lap. When I do the other side, I'm gonna do a close-up so you guys can see how you have to wrap them around it. So basically, you take this piece here, slide it in, and bring it looped around. And then you get it positioned basically where you want it on the belt to have how much slack or whatever you're going to want extra. You lay it out how I want it. And I like my hooks to go that way. That way, if there's any pull, anything, it's on this side. I mean, it's on this side, like that. So I hook my hooks in, and I want them like this. That way, the pull part is here. And then just slide your hook through. Put it wherever you want to put it wise. And then put this underneath here. Pull it back. And then bring it down through here. The other side of that hook. And then you should have it solid like that. And then you bring this down. Go right through this side here. Supposed to get tight when you do it. And that is what locks it in place. So you're double strapped. Then I'm gonna stick it back through the hole. I know that sounds kind of crazy saying double strapped and a hole. Then I'm hooked back into place. Once I get them back in, then I'll show you my hooks. That way you can see what I'm talking about on hooks. All right, so that's one more belt down. Let's see what this center crotch one looks like. This one's a hook also, but it's very tight to get to it. And I'm not pulling this seat out. I mean, I could, it's only 4 bolts, but you know, as guys, we gotta make it hard, but think it's gonna be easy. Alrighty. You know, I just noticed it's very interesting. So my crotch belt on this one was only a 2-inch, but for the new set, it's a 3-inch. Maybe that was something they updated later. All right, once again, so you can see. Boom, come back down, boom, adjust to the length you want. I gotta come up more. More. All right, so we're about the same spot. And I just need this hook thing off. So I'm going to pull this out. So through the hook, just get just a little bit of slack. That's all you really want, just a little bit. And then I'm going to come back this way. I got that how I want it. That's just enough. And I'm coming back like this, bam, and I'm coming over. So you go over this here. Hopefully you guys can see it. So you go over this here to put it back in the first slot. And that should get you where you need to be. So, okay. Yeah, that hooked up pretty easy. Hopefully I got enough nut room there. Let's see. That ain't easy to adjust, so we gonna see. When I do the last one, I'll show you guys from there how I have my harnesses wrapped around my cage. So my cage, I put like a little strap so that way my harnesses won't move around. This part always sucks. That's why it's never fun to switch drivers. Because this stuff is pretty much designed for one person. Okay, so now I got it here. So this is a close-up of how I wrap them. So then you got to tuck this around the bar. And I have this little thing to help hold it in place. then you have to come, trying to make sure y'all can see it, come up through here. Alrighty. Okay, and then I'm going to bring it back this way, pull it through, so I'm on my loop through the strap. Now I can get it a little tighter, which I'm probably going to do. I don't like how loose that is, so I'm going to pull this back so I can pull there. You see how that is much tighter, and then I'm going to pull the excess through this way. So now I'm pretty tight there, and then now I got to bring this back and put it through the top. And then pull it all the way through. Now that one belt is super tight. But so you can see, because I'm not going to film the other side, but I have a little strap here to keep mine from sliding back and forth out too far. That way it still stays right over my shoulder. I got one more to do. As you can see on this one, after I roll them through the excess, I just zip tie it all together so it's just not hanging. So once I get the other side in, I'll let you see the finished product. All right, so I got the harnesses in. The one thing I like to do, because it'll bug me if they're not, is if these logos aren't lined up correctly. And then if you want to see what I mean as far as the hook, you can see here how mine has a hook that hooks into the floor. And then on the other side, it's braced, so it's not just in this thin sheet metal that is part of this unibody car. So it's in there, but that's how the hook looks. And that should wrap up how to put in new seat belts, even though they're going to expire next year. Look at that. I think I bought them a year ago and I've just been sitting on them, so I think they're only good for 2, maybe 3 years. Once again, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video on how to install 5-point harnesses, basically in anything that has a roll bar. Please like and subscribe, and I will catch you guys on the next adventures of Kenny.